The Diamondbacks look to reach the summit of Mount 500 today with a win over the A's. Over the last week, the bats have caught fire. The baseball is flying out of Chase. It's a launching pad. You can't overlook what the pitching staff has done. Kennedy, Miley, Cahill, all with solid performances, help guide the Diamondbacks to within one game of relevancy. Dance, I said, dance. It's the Diamondbacks and the A's. And it's next.
On the verge of a sweep in the great state of Arizona, it is interleague baseball. The Arizona Diamondbacks playing host to the Oakland Athletics on a warm afternoon. We move indoors here at Chase Field. And, of course, on this Sunday, we remind you, it's a family Sunday as we gather together for baseball with family and friends. Brought to you by our good friends and partners with Sanderson Ford and Sanderson Lincoln. Hi, folks, and welcome back to the ballpark. Good Sunday to you, one and all. Mark Grace, Darren Sutton, and you. Let's talk about Paul Goldschmidt's 16-game hitting streak. It, of course, is a career best for Goldschmidt. It's the longest active streak in Major League Baseball. He's a big reason the Diamondbacks are doing what they're doing on this homestand.
Oh, you hit it right on the head. Paul Goldschmidt was the guy that really got this thing going as far as these 4 wins in a row. He was doing it plenty prior to that, but now not only is he getting hits, Darren, but he's getting big hits. He's hitting home runs like we expected him to do, but he's driving in runs. He's getting big 2-out hits, and it's starting to get contagious. Everybody else in the lineup's starting to roll right along with Paul Goldschmidt, and that's what they need to do to get to 500.
During this hitting streak, he is slugging nearly 900. It's been incredible to watch what Paul Goldschmidt has done. They're seeking a sweep of the Oakland Athletics. An even bigger picture, the Diamondbacks are trying to wrap up a 6-game homestand 5-1 and move their record to an even 500 on the season.
baseball family fashion, the youngsters are taking the diamond. Standing next to those that are in the starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Certainly a fun part of baseball. Good crowd already filing in. It's been a fabulous homestand for Arizona, and certainly looking to cap it off and make it a 5-1 homestand. And I think bigger picture, and you could see Aaron Hill doing it right there, bigger picture, I think this club really hoping to move to 500 before they get out on the road and they get a chance to take on the Texas Rangers and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Let's turn it on over to Chuck Drago.
Of America and pay tribute to the active and retired men and women of our armed forces. The Arizona Diamondbacks and the Oakland Athletics invite you to join in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, performed by Alex Machinas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Machinas.
And you, and in today's game, we're participating in the Home Run Challenge today. Every home run in this game raises $12,000 for prostate cancer research. Now, you can make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE, that is 798-2873, or go online to pcf.org. Bob Melvin trying to salvage a game in this series. His old squad looking for a sweep. There are some changes. Certainly, we remember Colin Cowgill, don't we? He was part of the trade this winter that brought Trevor Cahill down. Josh Reddick has been aggressive this series. Johnny Gomes comes off the bench to start, as does Josh Donaldson and Adam Rosales for the Oakland Athletics. Joe Saunders knows his club. The bottom line, he was an Angel for years. He's made 19 now, including today, career starts against the Oakland Athletics. This year, a very respectable 3.65 ERA.
Yeah, I think a big game for Joe. The Diamondbacks are on a roll right now, a 4-game roll where they are swinging the bats well. They're throwing the ball well. And right now, this is getaway day. This is a day right before a tough road trip coming up to Arlington, Texas, and Anaheim. Joe Saunders, throw the ball well. You have got some huge momentum going into this big road trip.
Kirk Gibson knows it. He said this morning, this is the club I envisioned coming out of spring training. Now, they were for 4 games, but he thought it would continue. Gibson excited with what he is seeing. He is now watching Jamiel Weeks on the move. Hustling on around. Weeks eases in. Kupel's out there in left field. A bouncing ball off that surface in front of home plate. And Weeks with a double. His 9th 2-bagger of the year.
Well, that's tough luck. You see Ryan Roberts way off the line and way in front of the bag, and he gets burned by just a little chopper down the line, and it'll be a line drive in the book tomorrow. Jamiel Weeks with a leadoff double.
And so now Colin Cowgill in the starting lineup. Cowgill with one of the plays of the year for the Diamondbacks last year in Philadelphia. If you remember it, he was a pinch runner. Lyle Overbay was the hitter. It was in Philadelphia, and he scored a decisive run as a pinch runner in Philadelphia as Arizona marched their way toward a title in the Western Division. Fouls that one back. Lyle was a brand new Diamondback. He juiced the ball into the right center field gap. Halladay trying to go the distance. Overbay in one of his early opportunities back with his old club. Played at that man, and it was an incredible slide. 0-1 the count. He's now an Athletic. He's looking to move that runner to third minimum. He shoots it to the right side. He can run. It's going to be close. Safe. Very good speed, Colin Cowgill. He's rewarded with a base hit because he did the right thing anyway.
Well, he's rewarded with a base hit also because Paul Goldschmidt went for the baseball. I mean, this is right to the second baseman. And now Joe Saunders, I don't know there. Let's see. Hill hits him right on the run. Let's see if.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, unfortunately, Diamondbacks got a bad break with that call there.
You think?
Yeah, I think Saunders' cleat got there just before the one of Cowgill, but now he's going to have to try and pitch around it.
Well, he pops that one up. He may just be doing his good work right there. A fastball into Josh Reddick. And he pops that one up. And this is why I said, oh, my gosh, because to me it almost looked like a dead heat.
Yeah, it's that close.
It's crazy, isn't it? To me, if there were replay right now, I don't know if you can make a definitive call with replay. Big first out. Huge pop-up in the infield. If anything, Reddick's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's gone now. We didn't even get a chance to talk about it.
He's very aggressive. He got a first pitch fastball in. Got jammed. Now one big ground ball away from getting out of a mess here is Joe Saunders.
He has rolled up 4 double plays this year. Rolled up 28 last year. And he is well aware of the speed of Colin Cowgill. Cowgill said, I never imagined I would learn so much about base running as spending time with Eric Young. Jamiel Weeks is at third. Changeup is up and away. Cowgill saying yesterday as well, he said, you know who else I camped out by a lot? I found Willie Bloomquist, and I'd lean up against him and just listen to him talk base running. He constantly quizzed me about situations. When Willie was on the bench, I sat by him because it was like going to class. He's a threat to run over there at first in Cowgill. Just 2 stolen bases with Saunders on the mound against him. 5 thrown out. In on the hands again. Popped up. Very shallow center field. Here comes Young. Weeks tags. The throw way off to the right. But Goldschmidt is there to corral it in. I thought they might take a shot. Even shallow, I thought with Weeks' speed they might take a chance on Chris Young.
Well, Chris Young has always had a below average throwing arm, and then on top of it, that's the shoulder that he separated.
Right.
So, yeah, with Weeks' speed, you're thinking, well, he just might try it and watch. It's a poor throw offline. I don't know. I don't think you can go there. I really don't think you can go there. I think even had he gone, Goldschmidt would have been able to cut that ball off and get him at the plate. That's what I think.
Yeah, turn and burn and hit the catcher. No, and that's the main reason I thought they may take a chance, is still healing from that injury.
And also, you know what? Go ahead, stay put, and hope for some two-out lightning from a guy that's been driving in a lot of runs lately, and that's Brandon Inge.
Yeah, he's a different ball player since he was moved from the Detroit Tigers, where he spent his entire career, to the Oakland Athletics. He will never hit for high average, and a hot Inge hits 244, but he'll drive runs in.
Exactly.
Power.
He's been hitting the ball hard in this series.
Change up. Did he commit? You betcha. Bill Miller said he went around. Good 1-0 pitch.
You love that 1-0 changeup, don't you?
I do. I think you have a hitter excited, aggressive, wanting to drive a baseball. No, I don't like it at the belt.
Oh, no.
It better be at the shoot top.
Those are fun to hit at the belt. Oh, my. Look at that big, fat 1-0 changeup.
Part of the success of squelching the running game is just being deliberate. And Joe has no fear in doing that. He's not in a hurry. He doesn't need that runner at second base.
Going to try to come inside. Missed badly. 2-1.
His battery mate today is Henry Blanco. Miguel Montero gets the day off, and you give an opportunity to give Montero, still kind of healing from that tweaked groin a few weeks back. You give him 2 days in a row because tomorrow's an off day, and he just hollers and yells the whole day over there.
Oh,
beautiful breaking ball.
First one of the day, and it was a dandy 2-2.
But
Joe Saunders one strike away or one out away from putting a lot of momentum into the Diamondbacks dugout.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
It was first and third, nobody out.
The left-hander into the dirt it goes.
Nicely
Henry
done there by Henry.
Keeps it with him. Now, Joe this year, with runners in scoring position, sees opponents hit a pretty healthy 293, and with the same situation in 2 outs, that number is 310. So he's pitching against those numbers right now, which is a good thing for Saunders. Breaking ball popped up. Joe Saunders. He had runners on first and third, and he got out of it.
What a job by Joe.
Sunday, whether you're watching the ball game or spending time outside, then coming back in with us Here at the ballpark, Family Day, as always, brought to you by our good friends and partners with Sanderson Ford and Sanderson Lincoln on Bell Road. For their families and their employees, always closed on Sundays. Kirk Gibson and his Diamondbacks looking to make it a very special homestand. They'll deal with a longtime minor leaguer, 29-year-old Australian-born left-hander Travis Blackley. Pretty good in a couple of starts and 5 overall appearances, a 3.45 ERA.
One thing those numbers show, Darren, is he does throw strikes. Only 3 walks and almost 16 innings. That's very good.
Ryan Roberts, one of the many different leadoff hitters that Kirk Gibson has employed. Roberts last night did not get to start. Did pinch hit, picked up a base hit. Walk-off homer a couple of nights ago. And that one is right back to the screen. 1-1 the count. Let's look at the entire starting lineup. Usually a different look daily from Kirk Gibson. It's Young batting second with Upton, Paul Goldschmidt, and Jason Kubel, an RBI machine. Aaron Hill, maybe the hardest-hitting Diamondback hitter right now. John McDonald at short. Henry Blanco catches. And Joe Saunders is batting ninth. Roberts to the right side. That's hugging the line. It's a long run for Reddick heading into the corner, and he makes the play for the out. That would have been a fair ball.
Center fielder, number 24.
Just a little too much hang time. And that allows Josh Reddick to just run underneath it and make a pretty routine catch.
Chris Young had the night off last night as Gerardo Parra played a very serviceable. I'd even say he was better than serviceable in center field. We've come to serviceable for Young and Parra means exceptional for others. As that one in on the hands, popped up shallow center. Long run, here comes Cowgill, it's in there. It is a Texas leaguer. His old teammate couldn't run it down. The man from Houston, Texas, picks up that Texas leaguer, base hit Young.
Ball travels and it jams Chris Young, but like we always say, Darren, the pitch was up around the belt, and now all of a sudden those what would be routine fly balls fall in front of those outfielders. And that's what happens. Oh man, I broke his bat. He didn't hit it very well. It's because the pitch was a mistake. It was up in the strike zone. That's why it got hit.
Justin Upton. Pitch outside at the knees, fouls it back, 0-1 the count. He can't hit a ball much harder than this. Justin Upton's RBI last night.
That was the beginning of the end for Jared Parker. He thought he had Justin Upton struck out a couple pitches prior to that. And so did his manager, Bob Melvin. Ended up coming back to bite him. Montero hit a grand slam not long after.
Certainly was a good pitch, and if I'm Parker, I want that call to strike against Justin Upton, but I would imagine frustrating for A's fans to see a pitcher lose his focus that much and have it all disappear.
Sure.
Look, the home plate umpire didn't give up the home run to Miguel Montero. But boy, what a pass on the baseball Upton showed us last night. Hard ground ball just like that. Base hit left field. Remember, Gracie, a couple of nights ago we were talking about an elite club of guys who can hit harder than hard ground balls, and he's in it.
Upton's certainly one of them. That bat makes a sound. It's a mistake. Up in the zone, and Upton just rips it. Cliff Pennington didn't even have time to react by the time that ball was in left field.
Well, here he is, the hottest of all Diamondbacks. Upton now at first. Young is at second. Great speed out there for Paul Goldschmidt. Has his average close to 300 now at 292. They're in the hitting streak, hitting over 400, 424 to be exact. Well, I look at an outfield defense right now that really leaves left center field beyond wide open. Gomes is close to the line and left, and Colin Cowgill in right field is shading over towards right center field, the center fielder. I mean, the gap is wide open.
Very little room to hit the ball to right, but a mile of room to the left of second base.
He goes that way.
Which usually tells you that the game plan against Paul Goldschmidt is to pitch him hard away, force him to hit the ball into that defense.
Every time a Diamondback player knocks one out of here, Fulton Holmes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. We thank Fulton Holmes. That's a good thing. Into the dirt. Nice job. Josh Donaldson is the catcher today behind the plate. His hit streak last night extended with a hard line drive to right field. Hit a big home run early in the series for game number 15 in the hit streak to left down the line. Nowhere close.
What a block and stop by Josh Donaldson to save the bacon of Travis Blackley. My goodness, how do you stop this pitch? That bounced way in front of the plate. And he found a way to corral it. Keep the double play in order.
Goldschmidt started the season against Southpaws 2 of 15. That's pretty stunning. Since then, hitting .458. 22 of his last 48 against left-handed pitching. That's much better than expected. He's got 13 of his last 22 hits or extra base hits against Southpaws. I mean, it's a good bet. If you hold up that sign and you're somewhere beyond the boards, you may get a baseball.
You may get one headed your way.
Bouncing ball, foul ball. Hugged the line, took a shot at extra bases. And he'll come back and do it again. Blackley very well traveled. Signed by Seattle, but has been a Philly, a Giant, a Met, a Diamondback for a season. Blackley in the minor leagues, never made it to the big leagues. A couple of years back, pitched in Reno all season long. 3-2.
Do you send the runners here, Darren? Try to stay out of the double play, or do you just keep it nice and serene for Paul Goldschmidt to pick out his own pitch and maybe not chase something out of the zone because he sees the ring and maybe having to try to protect the base runners?
You first.
I say you stay put. Let the big fella swing it. He's hot.
Let him look at the pitcher. That was my thought as well. We'll see, though. They're playing behind Upton over there. They're not even on the bag, so he can get 2 or 3 extra large strides. Playing back for defensive reasons. So Upton can take a lot of liberties. He's got a runner ahead of him, but he can really get a huge lead. Again, that huge gap is wide open in left center. The runners go. The pitch is in. It's ball 4. Ball 4. They did send the runners. Goldschmidt took a breaking ball that was close, but looked like it was off the plate in.
It was definitely a ball, and that was definitely a terrific at bat, a terrific take right there with Chris Young running in your. Yeah, that ball is inside. That's a good job right there by Goldschmidt, showing the patience and trusting himself to take ball 4. And now the Diamondbacks with a big opportunity. I really still feel, Darren, that this rally was created by Joe Saunders in the top of the first inning.
Well, the A's had a chance to do what Arizona may do right now.
Absolutely.
Runners on first and third with nobody out. Couldn't be in a prettier situation if you're an offensive team, and Joe Saunders got out of the entire mess. No runs. All outs in the air. Kubel's had a huge series. Matter of fact, he's 8 for his last 14. They play him to pull on the infield. Into the dirt it goes, and the count 0-1.
Hard slider there, he couldn't lay off.
Well, he loves this situation. 7 grand slams. We get a lot of guys that wait an entire career to get their first. 7. 0-1 the count. Hitting over 300 all year long against lefties as well.
Yeah, came back with the same pitch. Nothing doing this time from Kubel. And that's smart. They call Blackley Tat Man.
Well, that's actually not what they call him. That's Ryan Roberts' nickname. There's Tat Man.
A lot going on.
1-1 the count.
Yeah, he threw him a slider, got a swing and miss first pitch, threw him the same pitch. Kubel made the adjustment.
Did he?
He checked it. He checked it.
He held up. 2-1 the count.
He wanted to swing at it badly, but watch the bat, folks. It never leaves the shoulder. That's a good call. Very good call there by Tim McClellan.
Keeping it on your shoulder help?
Right
Will
there.
that help?
You can spin your body, but that's not a swing.
Okay.
As long as that bat stays there.
The 2-1.
Oh, that was his pitch, folks. That was his pitch. On 2-1, he got himself in a count that he can get a fastball in the middle. Oh, baby. Those are the ones that you make your money off right there. Now he's got a battle.
He's got Young, he's got Upton, and he's got Goldschmidt waiting to come on down. See if he can keep that front shoulder tucked and closed. He did.
There's the slider. Good job right there by Kubel, laying off that 2-2 slider. Well, boy, you just have to throw a fastball here, don't you? I think you just have to if you're Blackley. I mean, you haven't thrown that slider for a called strike yet. You've thrown it down in the dirt. You got one swing at it, but he's taken the last 2. I really feel like the fastball is the pitch here, but Kubel could get real hungry here.
Bases full, the 3-2. Hot shot, Weeks poison on the backhand, throws it away! Right off the glove of Pennington. Weeks actually didn't throw it wild. Pennington just dropped the baseball, and the Diamondbacks lead it 1-0. A huge break for Arizona. They'll take it.
Well, if you're scoring at home, score a big goal goof by Cliff Pennington. This is a routine double play. That's a perfect feed, and he just misses it. Oh, my goodness. In his haste to turn the double play, he just goofs. Give Jason Kubel an RBI, but also give Cliff Pennington an error. Oh, my goodness, what a break for the Diamondbacks.
And now Aaron Hill. Line drive, left field, down. 1 run is in. Here comes Goldschmidt. The Diamondbacks cash in and lead it 3-0.
That's what good teams do, Darren Sutton. You give them an opportunity like that. This should have been a 0 on the board. That was a double play ball. Instead, 1 pitch later, it's now 3-0. Thanks to Aaron Hill, who just continues to mash the baseball here on this homestand.
Aaron Hill drives in a pair. He's got 23 RBIs now on the season. And even Aaron Hill's outs have been hard. Kurt Young is out, one of the better pitching minds in the game. He finishes his conversation with Blackley. But Aaron Hill honestly has not been fooled the entire homestand at all. He is 8 for 17 on the homestand. He's got 3 doubles, a pair of homers, and now 7 runs batted in.
And about 6 of those outs have been scalded baseballs. Could have easily been home runs or doubles.
So now John McDonald having a fine year as a role player, hitting .292. On the corner, a quick reminder, anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, and they've been on a roll with this of late, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase from 4 to 6 tomorrow, the next day, in the morrow. 0-1 the count. And folks have been enjoying plenty of tacos lately. McDonald, high fly ball left center. Should be an easy chance for Cowgill. It is. So that's the second out of the inning. McDonald is erased. And with 3 runs in, couple of runners out there. Pitcher on deck. Here's Henry Blanco. Henry's starting to roll up some base hits. And remember when Miguel missed a handful of games a few weeks back, Henry started playing more regularly for about 6 days. He's getting the biggest support right there. 5 for his last 18, hitting a little more.
It's like a father-son afternoon. This time, father gets to play.
That's exactly right. Swing and a miss at a changeup.
Travis Blackley. Henry likes to hit fastballs. He doesn't like curveballs or changeups. Travis, you can't, not allowed to throw him those. He wants fastballs.
Again, we always kid about this with well-traveled pitchers and Henry Blanco that at some point Blackley, I'm sure, pitched as his catcher to Henry Blanco.
Probably in Australia somewhere.
Usually we end up finding there is a 1 degree of separation. Slider 0-2.
Travis, stop throwing him off speed. Henry likes fastballs, folks. You know, sliders, curveballs, changeups, they tend to scare Henry. He doesn't like them. There we go.
High fly ball to left, down the line it goes. Into the corner. Oh my goodness, why in the world did he throw in that?
Henry likes fastballs.
What in the world was he thinking? The Diamondbacks, this was a fun inning. Young with the single, Upton with the single. Goldschmidt earned a walk, and then the red hot Aaron Hill keeps it going. He threw him an 0-2 fastball. Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Gila River. Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. You know, we talked about it earlier as we take a peek into the Grand Canyon that it was Joe Saunders. Though Joe didn't get the hit in the last offensive inning, it was Joe Saunders with his slick pitching that gave his team a little momentum to get things going offensively. Now, Travis Blackley in his career does not have good major league numbers, but you still have to cash in, and Arizona did. So Joe goes back to work. He'd prefer now a 1-2-3 inning.
Well, of course. He's facing the guy in Cliff Pennington who made a monster of an error in the bottom of the first inning to open up a 3-run floodgate for the Diamondbacks. Although he's been swinging it awful good in this series, hadn't he, Darren?
Well, he needed it. I mean, this was a guy that was struggling mightily as it misses outside. 5 of 9 in the series, and that is on the tail end of a 3 for 41. Joe, fastball. Boy, if you get that corner, you're in good shape. Just a little bit of sink to it. It dives away. It's a ground ball waiting to happen. Yeah, there's the difference in Pennington. Starting to see it better. Breaking ball spoils it. 2-2.
And I'm going to say it for one more time, and this will be it. I still think that Joe Saunders was behind that 3-run rally in the first by the way he pitched in the top of the first inning.
Three and 2 the count to Pennington. Travel day for Arizona after the contest. Heading to Arlington, Texas for 3. Putting a good at bat on it. Spoiled that slider in, then a fastball out on the outer half. Beat him. Just went fastball belt high.
Good pitch. Away the entire at bat. And then just middle in, as you said, with a belt high fastball, and that was enough to get in right on the label of Cliff Pennington's bat. I don't think he was trying to go in there.
A little cut to it. You know, there's something to be said too when you say away, down. Just raising the line of sight. If you do it effectively, which he did, it works. Josh Donaldson. And with all due respect to Pennington, if you have a hitter that is hitting .212 and it's June, if you make your pitches, you should be able to get a guy raising the line of sight quickly. On a backhand, that one bounced. And so Donaldson hit it hard. John McDonald there to make the play. So a couple of quick outs. That's 5 in a row sat down by Joe Saunders.
First baseman, number 17, Adam Rosales.
That ball does short hop. And John McDonald he's not going to be an umpire. He's just going to throw it over there.
Adam Rosales made the move back up from AAA on May 17th. He was hitting .277 down there.
Good pitch there for strike one.
0-1 the count. Rosales has McDonald play him to pull, and so there's a lot of room around the second base bag on the ground. Just about straight up in the outfield. Breaking ball in. College baseball, Western Michigan University, Kalamazoo. Well, he has tried to get a couple of times, and this one Joe didn't like. It was a late grant of time. He may be more mad. You really can only be mad at C.B. Buckner for granting it.
Yeah. You can't get upset at the batter. You got to be upset with the umpire for granting a late timeout. He said time. Yeah, see, that's Joe Saunders going to let Rosales know, but I don't. Yeah, Rosales is he's just trying to get himself ready. Yeah, let me get ready is what he's saying. Joe Saunders said, "Well, are you ready? Well, here it comes."
2-1 the count. Breaking ball inside. 3-1 the count. The 3-1. Bouncing ball to short. There's John McDonald. Did he get back to the bag? He did. He was on it. Goldschmidt with the stretch. Rosales a little bit hacked off. Get in the box.
He'll be just fine.
Enjoy a cold one. Look forward to Miller time later in today's game. It's brought to you by Miller Lite. So now Joe Saunders will lead it off. 8 Diamondbacks hit in the first inning. Joe watched. He's 2 of 19 this year. His first at bat. And he takes a fastball. Strike one, says C.B. Buckner. Joe trying to settle things with regard to his distaste for Rosales calling time. He and CB talking about the situation.
Yeah, no problem there. His side of the story, my side of the story, and it's over with.
Bazooka Joe didn't get himself a hit there, though. 2 for 20 on the season. If you watch the Diamondbacks enough since last year, Dodger Stadium, you know, when he's a pitcher, he's Joe Saunders. When he's a hitter, he's Bazooka Joe. Got the bubble gum all over his bat and his shoes. Dodger Stadium. Here's Ryan Roberts.
One of the more memorable moments in Diamondback history.
Oh, in history?
Yeah, well, sure. Right along with Randy's perfect game.
Curveball, strike one to Ryan.
Of course, Game 7 of the World Series, 0-1.
I'm going to say no, probably. You think it's ahead of the...
We can agree to disagree.
0-1 the count to Roberts. Would it be equal with those? Would it rank ahead of the first game in franchise history?
I would say it's in the top 5.
Okay. 100.
The gum incident in Los Angeles last year.
The 1-1.
Oh,
my goodness. It hit Blackley hard. Oh, boy. His catcher, Donaldson, with a fine play to pick him up. A fabulous play, but looked like it got him right in the hip, somewhere in that area.
I don't know if Travis Blackley's going to be able to continue. Boy, that ball was hit. Now, the good news is it didn't get any bone. It got mostly gluteus maximus, a.k.a. thigh. That's good news. But, boy, was that ball ever hit hard. My goodness gracious.
Well, he tried to throw his hand down, too. He's fortunate. It would have broken his finger. He's going to try and throw. Got him right there, as you said, in the backside / hip area.
Yeah, you never like to see that. Like I said, that's the fortunate thing is nothing's going to be broken. Can't break your gluteus maximus, can you?
No, it can hurt, though.
It can hurt like heck.
And he's really going to feel it once he settles down, sits down on an airplane after this ball game tonight. And momentum's going to carry him through, and the blood flow and the adrenaline.
Tough. The tap man hit the tap man.
Yes, he did. He squared him up pretty good. Fortunately, he's okay. And again, a nice play by Donaldson, his catcher.
Now batting, center fielder, Chris Young.
2 outs for Chris Young. Young had a ball that was off the sweet spot, but still dumped in front of Colin Cowgill for a Texas leaguer. 1 inning ago. First pitch popped up, back of short. Cowgill coming in behind him, but the shortstop, Cliff Pennington, puts it away. I am Miller Lite. Visit local retailers and text road trip to the Miller Taste Team at 620. It's your chance to win on 3 interdivision rival flyaway trips this summer. Now Blackley okay to stay in and hit for himself now, and the first pitch is popped foul into the upper deck. Oh boy, we got a nice play up there. I don't know if we were able to capture it on camera because
a fellow that brought his glove.
And then he gave the ball to the youngster. That is inside. I'm not going to have to see it again because with that angle, our cameras, it's tough to turn and twist and spin, and you just aren't going to see a pop foul that way. As that one is a strike. I'm not going to have to see it as I tell him he gets a contract. Made a great play.
I'm not with you. I need proof.
Well, I saw it. I'm your proof. I saw it live.
You also have seen the Tooth Fairy and Sasquatch.
I understand, but here's the key. Then he gives it to a youngster behind him. That's where I got to get you on board.
Yeah,
that's where I have to get you on board.
You also saw a ball off the wall that you thought Coco Chris should have caught a couple of nights ago.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't trust your eyes.
Fair enough, but I saw him lean over the rail. He had that rail up there, and he's listening to the governor right now. I mean, let's put it all together. It's like win, win, win. He leaned over the rail, so he's sitting there, leaned over the rail with his glove, made the play, turned around and gave it to a youngster while listening to the governor. And into the dirt it goes. Blackley's having a hard time running. Please don't make me run.
He's kind of running out with a sore fanny.
So let's get this settled here. He gets a contract. Are you good?
If I get proof,
no replay.
Proof of the catch,
there is no replay.
I'm
I told you there is no replay. So you just have to show all of our viewers that you just trust me.
Jemiah Weeks, he doubled and was stranded on third base his first at bat.
Let's get a solution on this.
Takes low for ball 1.
You can deny it with your play-by-play. We have to reach a solution.
All right, I'll trust your judgment.
Great. Let's get him a contract up there.
Okay, let's do it.
The 1-0 is high, 2-0 the count. You really didn't want to trust my judgment, did you?
Well, like I said, your eyes, you're getting older.
I'm old.
You'll always be younger than me, but you're getting older.
2-0 misses low. 3-0 the count to the speedy Jemiah Weeks. I would not have been pitching it to you if I hadn't seen it all happen with my own eyes, which I know scares you, but it was right up above us. All right, ball 4. That gentleman up there, for me anyway, that's a baseball fan. He's comfortable in the front row of the top deck, which is a great place to take in a ball game.
Great place to watch a ball game.
He got his ticket right there around his neck. Got his lovely lady by his side. Has the governor describing all the action in Candyman.
Exactly. That's not going to be easy.
So
1-on-1 out. Cowgill handed infield hit to second.
We're right next door there.
I'm always looking for FaceTime. You know that.
Rob Weinheimer, who runs all the entertainment in the ballpark, has stopped by. He's going to hand out the contract.
Good.
Things are clicking around here. Things are clicking. Thank you, Rob. Well done.
I'm a little bit protesting. I'm protesting a bit because I just don't trust your eyesight.
Oh, that's fine. I understand that. 0-1 the count on a good sinker.
Like I said, I remember when we were up in Seattle a couple years ago. You came to the ballpark claiming you saw a Sasquatch. And then the night later you saw a UFO. And then this, folks. Okay. Darren Sutton thought that ball should have been caught right there. He was hammering Coco Crisp. This nice young man on a ball off the wall. So you tell me, folks, Sasquatch, aliens, and that rocket double off the wall that my partner thinks have been okay. Now do you think that I should trust his eyesight? You tell me. Maybe we should have a text poll about that.
0-1 the count. It's too late now. Pitch is high, 1-1 the count. You folks can vote 100-0, but my buddy's still getting a contract. He got the stamp, Grace. Yep. I gave him the stamp of approval.
I'm very happy that gentleman's gonna.
You can't withdraw now.
Gonna get a contract.
1-1 the count to Cal Gill. He's looking for a double play as Joe Saunders. Saunders, since 2008, or in other words, when he became a full-time starting pitcher in the big leagues, has induced more double plays than anyone in the game. More than Burley, more than Lowe. That one is away. You want to know who's on that list? This might surprise some of you. Top double play guys over the last 5 seasons. You'd think of him mainly as a power pitcher. At the bottom of the list with 100, CC Sabathia. He gets his fair share of ground balls. Surprised me anyway when I saw that. Hot shot, he gloves it. Oh, there's your double play. Not like you would script it, though. I tell you what, my eyes tell me that's a heck of a play. The ball yard, the Diamondbacks on top. Indoor baseball today as temperatures are in triple digits. All night games to this point have been outdoor baseball. Love that. Love that the team pushes back the calendar a bit on opening up that roof and closing it for the summertime. Nice play by Joe in self-defense. It's not how he would prefer to get double plays. Change up, 0-1 the count to Justin Upton. Upton stayed back. Great weight distribution and hit a rocket shot ground ball into left field in the first inning.
He just challenged him with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. He was victorious over Upton on that one.
There has not been throughout his young career dramatic change in the stance of Justin Upton, has there been? We've seen him maybe hold the bat a little higher, a little lower down. But there hasn't been a dramatic change in Upton's approach. A little bit seated on that back leg. 1-2 the count. He wraps that bat a little bit too.
He always has. He always has, and that's always been something that his hitting coaches, which is now Don Baylor, have to warn. And we all have comfort zones, Darren. We used to like. Sammy Sosa was my right fielder for a long time in Chicago. Sammy Sosa liked to play in one certain spot, and we'd have to move Sammy for a left-handed pull hitter, or maybe a right-handed, maybe a little shortstop. He needed to play a little shallower or whatever. And they tell Grace moving. Okay, I'd move him. He'd move in or move over, and then I'd look back 2 pitches later, and he'd be right in the same spot he always was, just because that was his comfort zone. He felt comfortable there, and that's kind of the way it is with the bat wrap.
Good pitch, a changeup, got him to fire away at that when he goes down.
Well, Darren, I got great news. We got a text poll, and there's Rob Weinheimer. He's out there dealing with everything. Folks, our Nissan text poll: do you trust Darren Sutton's eyesight? A, yes. B, no. So you text A or B to 36929 and find out, do you trust Darren's eyesight? Me personally, I don't. I mean, you should hear some of the things that he claims to have been seeing over the years. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt Darren to maybe get some binocs. So folks, there's your text poll today.
Fastball and good eyes there from Goldschmidt.
And don't play, favorites with me or with Darren. Just be honest. Do you trust Darren's eyesight? I know Coco Crisp doesn't.
The 1-1. Are you quite through selling it now? So
no, I'm just getting started. To be honest with you,
here's the sad part: if you vote no and it comes out as a loss, we're gonna probably send Rob up there. Do you see how happy that gentleman was up there?
Well, he was.
We're gonna take that contract away if you vote no, and I couldn't imagine you'd want to do that. And we can't do that today. He's joyful, joy on this Sunday.
He's having a great time at the ballpark.
So, obviously, just do the right thing. Even if your conscience tells you, yeah, Sutz had some miscue with his eyes, and he does say that, he caught a fish this big, and,
Sure.
He did see Sasquatch, and that young man's going to lose the baseball. We're going to take the baseball from him.
That kid's having a great time with the ball, no question.
So just don't do it.
And this has nothing to do with that man or that child with the baseball. Do you trust Darren Sutton's eyesight? That's all.
And just don't vote no and have 4 or 5 people up there really have one of the worst weeks of their lives after.
I'm having to deal with, I saw a leprechaun in my backyard the other day. That's what I'm saying, folks.
The 3-2. That one is bounced foul.
I think Brad Steinke just made a play down there. Yeah, he sure
at Brad.
did. Oh dear.
Whoa,
it's okay, honey. There you go. She just got a little excited.
Well, then when you sit up, the seat folds up when you hop up.
And that was very evident.
3-2 the count. Hot shot. You know whose eyes I do trust? The eyes of number 44, Paul Goldschmidt. There is 17 games with regard to the hitting streak. A 17-gamer. And I do trust those eyes.
He just hits another missile into left field for a base hit. Oh, look now, folks. There's a young first baseman locked in. I mean, locked in. And this was the batter of the game so far. Jason Kubel hit a bases loaded would-be double play ball. His first time up. That would have ended the inning. Instead, Cliff Pennington, the sure-handed fielding shortstop for these A's, just flat out botched it. Diamondbacks went on to score 3 in the bottom of the first inning.
Slow breaking ball and a good one. Goldschmidt gets it started with a base hit. A little bit more on Paul. We bring Brad Steinke in. Brad?
Oh, thanks, guys. The numbers speak for themselves. You talked about it, the 17-game hitting streak. I talked to him before the game about what's different. He says nothing has changed. Not his mentality, not his approach, not his mechanics. What is different right now is what he's doing when he's ahead in the count. When he was scuffling, he'd get a 2-1 count and get that pitch to hit, and he'd foul it off. Next thing you know, it's 2-2. And the pitcher would throw something nasty and he'd go down swinging. But now when he's ahead in the count, he's delivering. And Mark, you know that when every at bat, there's typically one pitch that you get that is really, really hittable. And really your average and what you're doing depends on what you do with that pitch. And right now he's doing some good things with that pitch.
Yeah, Brad, you're exactly right. You're lucky if you get 1 or 2 a game, let alone in an at bat. So And that's really all hitting does. And I'm glad to hear Brad say that one's foul back. You only get maybe one or two good pitches to hit in a game, and if you're facing a Randy Johnson, you don't get any. You don't get any good pitches to hit in a game, something like that. So the point is, when you get them, you cannot miss them. You have to make them pay when they make a mistake. Right now, Paul Goldschmidt is making them pay, and pay dearly when they make a mistake.
You know, you think about the All-Star game. Joey Votto's a starting first baseman in the All-Star game.
Yeah, he'll get voted in.
Then there are those that are, banging the drum. These are just the basic numbers, but those that will be considered as Joey's backup. And Paul now is included in that group. Deserving, all four are deserving in the discussion. What they do over the next 3 weeks will certainly make the decision.
Yeah, right now, Adam LaRoche, 40 RBIs is nothing to sneeze at. Goldschmidt stealing a bag.
Yeah, but how many stolen bases does LaRoche have? I ask you that.
I can promise you is 0.
4 stolen bases for Goldschmidt.
LaRoche 0, I'm saying, not for Goldschmidt.
No, I know that.
Yeah, he got a great jump. He got a great jump just on his first move, and he steals this one easily. That big, lumbering first sacker.
He'll do that on occasion. He will do that on occasion. There's another player that plays in Houston that doesn't do it as much anymore because
Carlos Lee.
Yes, you're exactly right. It's more about it at this point. You can explain it, Gracie, to our viewers. Big shift, by the way, defensively. He did not go, but in this case, it's more on reading the situation in the pitcher, right? The jump.
I think what happens is, especially against a left-hander with a good move like Blackley, I think Eric Young may have found something over on Blackley, and maybe Pete whispered in his ear, all right, when this happens, it looks like he's going to the plate. Paul Goldschmidt, just on his first move, got it easily.
Breaking ball kicks away. Now there's a runner at third. Now Jason Kubel, who has really taken a couple of good pitches and let him go on by. Jason Kubel has a chance just with a fly ball to drive in a run.
That's exactly right. Now he's got a base open, but he's got a red hot Aaron Hill on deck. So now, if you're Jason Kubel, it's not automatic that you're going to get a fastball here, but you've got to find somehow, some way, as the Oakland Athletics bring their infield in. You need to find a way to make some contact.
Jason Kubel hard on the ground, and because the infield was in, Goldschmidt stays put. Kubel now 6 of his last 15 with runners in scoring position. Tough break there. He hit it hard.
Hit it hard, but he hit it right to Jamal Weeks.
So here's Aaron Hill. I thought that play earlier could have been ruled a passed ball. Maybe I saw that incorrectly.
Yeah, it was one of those tweeners.
Okay.
But then again, can't really trust your eyesight.
Well, I knew that.
It looked to me like the ball bounced.
It bounced probably on the grass, right?
Well, no. Like I said, you probably need to maybe get those cataracts checked.
Well, I'll tell you, Aaron Hill, really a solid left-handed hitter so far this year.
Good change up there.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, seeing him dig into the left-handed side of the batter's box, it's been fun.
We got a little something for you the rest of the year. I like this.
1-1 the count.
I like this.
Breaking ball and a good take. 2-1 the count.
And another thing, the Diamondbacks have done so much damage in this series with 2 outs.
CenturyLink high-speed internet, high-speed pitch. Travis Blackley 92, Joe Saunders 90. Proud partner of the Diamondbacks. Our friends with CenturyLink.
This may be a little pitch around right here with John McDonald on deck. Well, he threw the changeup on 3-1, but boy, he left it right in the middle of the zone. Aaron Hill was just a little too quick. He throws the changeup, but boy, that's right there. He'll hit it hard, but just a little quick.
Add-on run at third and Goldschmidt.
Pitch around.
Is ball 4, and he'll foul that one off and decided that's it. Let's see if John McDonald can cash in. McDonald, including today, 8 hits in his last 26 at-bats in 10 games. That's a batting average over 300 in that time span. John's got some, for an older guy, some pretty hip walk-up music there.
That's straight hip-hop right there.
John surprising me there with that selection. Group West Side Connection.
Is that who it was?
A little birdie told me. So, McDonald, as we mentioned, guy doesn't strike out a bunch. Runners in scoring position has been good enough. 5 of 17 this year. That's a 294 clip. And there's his runner in scoring position. There's his old double play partner in Toronto and here at first. Little tapper off the plate. Had him fooled out front. 0-1 the count. Arcia Motors, key to the game. Carpe diem. Guys in the truck came up with this one.
Okay, what's this one?
Seize the day, Gracie. You start looking ahead to the Texas Rangers and the Angels, it's not going to be your day. You better make today your day. Can't play the Rangers today. That game's Tuesday. To the right side, 0-2 the count.
See, a lot of thought went into the key to the game. Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
Derek. They're climbing up to Mount 500. I like that. That is one of the better original signs. I like that. That is a big league sign right there. Okay, Bob Melvin, a little visit out to his young battery mates, McDonald and Blackley.
I love this. This may be sign of the year so far.
I agree. I love the Mount 500. Just one step away, Darren.
With a broom. Look at that. With a broom and the A's jersey.
That is a good sign. I like that. So I like it when you guys get original and put some thought into these.
They want to know if he went around. It bounced in there. He did not. 1-2 the count.
Mount 500.
You can see things from up there.
You can see about 7 states.
You're part of the conversation when you're a winning team. When you're at 500 or above. You don't get to be in part of the conversation when you're not. Breaking ball off the plate. 2-2 the count. I don't know if you get up there, you can see Texas, you can see Anaheim.
Oh, can you?
But you know what else you can see? Once you get to Mount 500.
You can see the entire American League West, can you?
Well, you can see Atlanta, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, New York, and Miami from Mount 500. Those are the teams you're trying to ease up on.
Another late call of timeout that time by C.B. Buckner. Oh, dear.
By the way, before the All-Star break, what comes up for the Diamondbacks? The West, the Dodgers, of course, the top team. Teams under 500. Be careful with that one. Don't let that mislead you, folks, because right now the A's are playing a team below 500 today.
True.
So be careful with how you get that too excited. You just got to beat everybody you can. Interleague and then road games. The 2-2. Change up, got it. Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Good memories. Our first year working together.
That?
We shot that video, Gracie, when you and I over the All-Star break went tubing down the Salt River.
Salt River, boy. That was a great time.
What an All-Star break it was. Yeah, 3-0 is the score.
What are you doing for your All-Star break this year, D-Sut?
Well, I think I'm going to go. I'll get my eyes checked.
Well, I'm hoping you would say that. What a big league sign that was, and the brooms and everything. Still a lot of ball game left to keep those brooms, but Joe Saunders so far has been terrific.
He has got the slugger Reddick to start things off. He throws a breaking ball that misses away. 1-0 the count to Josh. Ryan Roberts well off the bag at third, even with the bag as that one nips the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Reddick popped to short, and he kind of started that momentum for Joe, where he believed he could get out of a mess.
Boy, did he ever. He hadn't looked back since.
There were runners on first and third. Weeks doubled. Calgill singled. And here came the slugger Reddick, the number 3 hitter. He swung at the first pitch and popped up to short. Curveball on 2-1.
Good. Way out in front of that one was Josh Reddick.
Joe, in years gone by, would throw a curveball and a slider, a harder breaking ball. He took that slider and just put it up on the shelf. He doesn't throw it anymore. He just throws that. Figuring I'll focus and perfect my 3 instead of worrying about a 4th. For some, not the right decision. For others, it's the perfect thing to do, and it's worked out nicely for Joe. Strike 3 with a fastball. Belt high.
Zipped a fastball. Caught Reddick looking off speed, didn't he? CB Buckner rings it right up. Let's take a look at what CB saw. Oh, yeah, that's a perfect pitch.
So Reddick, he of the 14 home runs, sent back to the dugout. Veteran Johnny Gomes. First pitch swinging, drives it into right center field toward the gap. It is down. Young will play it up against the wall. Gomes legging it out into a double. His 4th double of the year for the bench player, the part-time player. He didn't wait around to get set up with breaking balls and changeups.
Not at all. He took the first straight when he saw it, and he just rips it into right center field.
Brandon Inge. Breaking ball a dandy. Strike 1 to the veteran. Hill stays close to the bag to work on Gomes as that fastball is up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. And we were talking about moving to an even mark. And what does it mean? Your ultimate goal obviously is to get to an even mark, then think about moving ahead. High drive into right center field. Young going back. Young looking up. It's off the wall. Gomes will trot on around. Brandon Inge with a double. A brand new feel to this ball game. A couple of hard hit baseballs. 3-1 is the score. 2 guys rewarding for not pulling baseballs.
That's exactly right. A couple of pitches now up and out over to a couple of veteran hitters. This is a changeup that just stays right down the middle, and Brandon Inge smokes it. Actually, very fortunate are the Diamondbacks that ball didn't find the seats. I mean, it came just a couple feet shy from getting out of here. Now, if you can use that as a break, and just keep it at 1 run, then you did a pretty good job if you're Joe Saunders.
0-1 to count Cliff Pennington. Fly to right field. That was to start off the second inning. But when you get to 500, then you start moving and start trying to leapfrog teams. And the teams with better than a 500 mark that aren't division leaders, Atlanta, San Francisco, Pittsburgh's having a great year. The Mets, the Marlins, and the Cardinals. Those are all teams that aren't division leaders that are 500 or better. Surprised by the Pittsburgh Pirates, Mark Grace, 32-27?
Yes, very much so. You?
They won again today, absolutely. They won again today and beat Kansas City.
Because when we saw them earlier, I mean, they couldn't hit anything. I mean anything.
2-2.
Strike 2.
Andrew McCutcheon's hitting .320. Neil Walker's driven in 24. He's hitting .275. Batting average-wise, there's not a ton of room behind him. Those two certainly the heartbeat offensively. 2-2. On the ground, Roberts plays it at his logo on his chest. Boy, he better thank Paul Goldschmidt there. A fine dig. Roberts a tip of the cap to his first baseman.
I'm telling you, this year we have seen Paul Goldschmidt as good as anybody over there on picking throws out of the dirt. We got spoiled by Adam LaRoche a couple of years ago, Darren. Goldschmidt has been as good as anybody in the game so far on those. And really, the majority of them have been for Ryan Roberts' benefit. Ryan Roberts has had some throws come up short this year. But when you got a first baseman like that taking care of business, boy, it just doesn't matter.
And his
great play.
His infielders go to bat for him now. I mean, they'll talk about how far he has come, how good he is. One of the guys out front really selling Paul Goldschmidt's defense, John McDonald, started talking about him the other day. He said, look, I've had some good ones over there, and he's right there with them. He said the label of poor defender doesn't make sense that he brought to the major leagues.
No.
Hot shot, base hit, left field, Kubel. They're going to send him and test him. Here we go. To the plate with the bounce, the tag. It gets away.
Henry
it got away from Blanco.
He had it, and Inge, I guess, kicked the ball out somehow. Oh, what a good throw from Kubel. We've seen many good throws from Kubel. I mean, this ball's waiting on him. Let's see what happens. This ball, one hop right on the button. Oh, it just popped out. Oh, what a shame for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, that second spike that came in had it pop out. Blanco knew right away, slamming at his catcher's mitt. And that one is inside. 1-0 the count. Kubel with 6 outfield assists. Only Hunter Pence has more. I would have tied him with Hunter Pence at 7.
Boy, and now all of a sudden it is a brand new ball game. Just little things like that. Good breaking ball there for strike 1.
Donaldson with that base hit came in 13 of 91. He came up clutch that time. Inside. Wow, an error to Henry Blanco.
No, it has to be. Has to be. I mean, the throw was waiting on him. The tag was made. And catchers do get errors for that.
So no RBI for Donaldson. The 2-1.
However, boy, Joe Saunders wanting to know where those pitches are. However, I don't think it's the no RBI error. I think it's that allowed the hitter to move up to second base. The error allowed him to move up to second base. I still think you get the RBI.
They're saying no RBI.
Are they?
They're taking it
Where?
from him.
Well,
the official scoring decision.
I see. Okay. Well, then so be it.
Pitch around. I think he was hoping to get Gracie some of those corners. He didn't, so he said, I'll face the pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of agree with you. I think you give a guy an RBI there. Travis Blackley, 1 for 4 as a major league hitter. That's in his entire career. Struck out back in the 3rd inning. Decent minor league hitter all of his years in the minor leagues. Breaking ball. That always scares me with pitchers when you throw them breaking balls. If it's out over, you're doing them a huge favor.
Yeah, I don't mind first pitch breaking balls.
Good point. You mean when they're
because
protecting later?
most of them are up there. Most of them are up there looking for a first pitch fastball. You get the strike one. Now let's see where he goes. There, now you zip the fastball.
Beautiful pitch. 0-2 the count. Now we've got a nail biter now, folks.
Yeah. You hope the Diamondbacks didn't get that 3 on the board early and just say, oh, okay.
The 0-2. Fastball strike 3 over the outside. A pair of runs by the A's make it a 3-2 contest.
Score the winning run and get home safe. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Welcome back, folks, and make sure you're at Chase Field on the 4th of July. The Diamondbacks are going to host the San Diego Padres, and the first 20,000 fans are going to get a 4th of July T-shirt courtesy of Ram Trucks. Then fireworks are going to come to you, relax, in an air-conditioned Chase Field, and we'll open the roof for a post-game fireworks spectacular courtesy of Gila River Casinos. Call now. Buy your tickets, 602-514-8400 or dbacks.com/tickets. That's how you do it.
Well done by you. Ray Fosse stopped by and had a conversation with us. Longtime Major League catcher and great analyst for the A's. As Henry Blanco, the man he was speaking of, digs in, and that is 0-1. Ray Fosse, what did he tell you, Gracie, about that decision at home plate?
Well, he said I thought the error went because the base runner got to second base. I didn't realize that he gave him the error and no RBI. I thought it should have been
an RBI.
I thought the error, because once it got away from him, that allowed the hitter to move up to second base. There's one of the real good men in the game. You're a little hot under the collar about that official score.
Yeah, he didn't think it was a fair call. He said if the umpire goes to put the hand up, call him out, then looks down, then sees the ball, says, oh, no, he's safe, then you might consider giving an error. He said in a bang-bang play like that where baseball catcher and spikes all come together, that is not an error, according to Ray Fosse, in his mind.
And then if the umpire does not say, well, if he sees the umpire say out,
right,
and then all of a sudden the ball gets away, now he says safe, then you give the error. That never happened.
Makes sense to me. You know, you're taking an RBI away from a hitter as well, and you're giving a veteran catcher an error. So Henry doesn't really worry about those things. It's not going to make or break the rest of his career. Here is Joe Saunders. But we thought we'd give Mr. Fosse the floor. He's earned it. As that one is a strike over the outside.
Joe Saunders. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what C.B. Buckner wants to call today.
Hard to complain when you're a pitcher, though. You know, you don't want that umpire for 1 second not liking you. You can maybe turn around and say, okay, I'll take that one too. One and one the count. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Ever since that shot to the backside that Travis Blackley received from Ryan Roberts, I mean, he's been really good.
That was to get Roberts in the second inning. Yeah, shot right, as Gracie says, as he followed through. It hit so hard that it bounced back almost to home plate where the catcher, Donaldson, came out, made the play, and threw out Ryan Roberts. Joe Saunders, high fly ball. Bazooka Joe didn't get it.
You were thinking Homer, were you?
Not Homer. Just maybe base hit. Sign up if you'd like to play Kachinko at one of the 16 interactive kiosks right here at Chase Field during any regular season home game. It's Kachinko, it's Gila River Casinos, and it'll change your life. Here's Ryan Roberts, or as you have dubbed this matchup, Tatman v. Tatman.
Well, that's what they call him in Oakland. They call Travis Blackley that in Oakland.
Funny thing, they don't. They call him Boxcar.
Really?
Travis Blackley.
Another boxcar up there too. Yes. Sleeve versus sleeve.
Swing and a miss. That was changeup versus aggressive hitter. The changeup won.
You like those 1-0 changeups, and that was pretty well executed right there by Blackley.
John Garland used to throw that pitch a lot.
Every single time.
1-1 the count.
C.B. Buckner just not giving that inside fastball to those left-handed pitchers today. Now Blackley's turn to give C.B. Buckner the hairy eyeball.
Slider.
Another off-speed pitch and an aggressive swing.
Blackley is facing the Diamondbacks for the first time. Remember, Blackley was a Diamondback. He was a Diamondback for a season back in 08. Never made it to the big leagues. Pitched in AAA the whole year. As that one is outside. He was claimed off of waivers earlier this year from the San Francisco Giants. Spotty his time in the major leagues, 04, 07, and then this year. Roberts will take his walk. 15 walks this year.
Center fielder, Chris Young.
And the battle of the Tatmen is won by Ryan Roberts.
Ryan's got that extra one on his neck, though. That's why he won that battle.
Is that why?
Yeah.
So you're saying Blackley
hadn't gone neck yet.
That'll make the difference next time they meet?
I would imagine it'd keep him in the big leagues a little longer too.
Well, let's decide who won this battle. Because in the end, Blackley will tell you, I got the other tap man on his back between first and second. I think I won in the end.
Another pickoff of a Diamondback runner.
Three to 2 lead here in the 5th inning. Our AT&T trivia question. Well, it's more of a command than a question. Name the 6 Oakland Athletics players all time to have 50 or more stolen bases in a single season. Our trivia command: name the 6 Oakland A's players all time to have 50 or more stolen bases in a single season. And name them chop chop, please. You might have seen a hint somewhere on one of the shots by and by. Is that one?
Well, Ricky Henderson, obviously.
Good. So you
Thank
got
you.
it.
We got it.
All right. Good question. That was excellent. So Gracie, well done.
That was that clue from that shot.
That pitch is a strike. Well, Joe had that same pitch called a strike on him. Didn't complain and has a low pitch in the zone. 1-1 the count. Weeks to center. Young tracking. Chris has got it. This is his ballpark, and he knows it well.
We saw it a couple of nights ago. Chris Young just makes a difficult play look rather routine out in center anymore. That ball was hit very hard. Chris Young just never a doubt. Oakland's starting to square up some baseballs now on Joe Saunders. Joe should still have plenty in the tank. He's thrown just 71 pitches, which is pretty good, pretty economical. Good breaking ball there for strike one.
We're talking about the Cowgill slide at the plate. Remember, last year, Philadelphia, long road trip to Philly and Washington, August 16th. Top of the 9th inning, trying to win a ball game, and Lyle Overbay plates not one, but watch this slide by Cowgill. Tumbles right around the tag at the plate. Classic moment for the Diamondbacks last year. And that was a welcome back to the Diamondbacks moment for Lyle.
Pretty much, yeah. One thing about the Paul Goldschmidt hot streak the last couple of weeks, we haven't gotten to see much of our sweet boy Lyle Overbay.
Oh, the old nickname Sweet Boy. I had forgotten about that.
He is a sweet boy. Now he's a Sweet veteran. Strike 3. Good pitch there by Joe Saunders.
He's upset. That's a couple of times he's been able to zip fastballs to hitters that were looking for something else. He did it to Reddick.
That's exactly right. And he's looking for something off speed. Bang, right to the inside corner it goes. That's a strike. That's a good call there by C.B. Buckner. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th for Joe Saunders.
Here is Reddick. You know, I was thinking about that trivia question. He's a big, tall, mammoth man, good hitting coach. Slugger, stood on top of the plate. But didn't Don Baylor steal 50 bases once?
For the Oakland A's?
That one is a
For
strike.
the Oakland A's?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I see my partner's gone to his computer.
Seems my eyesight's just fine, isn't it, folks? 1-1. Breaking ball. It's a shot foul.
How about, can I guess?
Well, you're part of the broadcast team.
Well, we've said Ricky Henderson, Don Baylor. That's amazing. How about Bert Campaneris?
Good one. How about Billy North?
Oh, boy. What a cheater.
Line drive, left field. It's down. I think it's down. At least I think it is. According to our text poll, it might or it might not be down.
It was a base hit. One hopper out to Jason Kubel. Oh, man, who can forget, a bit of a surprise. Rajay Davis. Nice.
Good job by you. Because I certainly forgot about him.
And then another good base stealer for the Oakland A's and some other teams was Miguel Delaney. That's big league.
For the A's and some other teams.
Cleveland Indians.
I see Gracie's hearing works all right as he's being fed the answers. How about Eric Burns?
I don't think Eric. No. We always love to get Eric on the show. But Eric Burns, he might have done it here.
I got a text from Burnsy. He wanted to guess himself. Swing and a miss.
Big rip at a curveball. Your answers are, Miguel Delaney, Bert Campaneris 3 times, Billy North 3 times. The surprising was Don Baylor.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I knew he could run in his younger days, but I didn't know, 50's a bunch.
We're going to have to talk to Groove about that.
Matter of fact, I'm going to. He looks a little perturbed by something. I don't like that big man mad at me.
He was giving a disappointing shake of the head.
No, he was my manager for a year in Chicago, my last year in Chicago, and there was some times that I got that look right there. And it's one of those, like him, Matt Williams, when they look at you like that, just go home. Just go on home. Do yourself a favor.
0-1 the count, Johnny Gomes. By the way, the results, Gracie, are coming in on the text poll.
Oh, good.
And they're not favorable. We're going to have to, I guess, go take the contract from our guy up above. You don't trust them. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, good.
Good
for you,
You want
folks.
to take that from him?
No, I think he should.
Look at the kid ran. He left.
Yeah, he knew.
The 1-1 is outside. 2-1 the count. I was thinking about Miguel Delaney driving in today.
Good player.
Wondering where he is now. I remember when he finished up as a Padre back in '85.
It's been a while since he's graced a Major League Stadium. Boy, could he run.
Cleveland years were good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Stole 61 there in '80.
He was one of the better bunters in the game too. They said he could get down the line in about 3.4 seconds. And all of a sudden now Joe Saunders, after a couple of quick outs, a base hit, now a 3-1 count. Joe Saunders going to have to try and make a pitch here to a dangerous right-handed hitter.
He's working on 84 here in the 5th inning.
Outfielders are all deep. Good fastball taken all the way. Johnny Gomes. Interesting. That was a pretty good pitch to take a whack at, don't you think, Dan?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just bang right there to hit. He was taken.
Count is full, 2 outs. Runner from first will be gone in Reddick. High fly ball, beat him with a fastball. Long run Upton. Hill coming back. I've got it, says Justin. And he does. He puts it away. Or at least I think he did. Can't really see.
He caught it.
Back at the ball yard, a family Sunday, and of course, as you gather and enjoy baseball with us this afternoon with your family and friends, we remind you that it's brought to you by our good friends and partners with Sanderson Ford and Sanderson Lincoln, and another back-to-back wedding proposals on back-to-back days. The Diamondbacks leading the league in
love. Now, you know, this yes was a lot quicker today. I was a little worried about the one yesterday.
So you had to think about it for a few
Well,
minutes.
it's just, made me nervous.
1-0 the count.
Thought it was going to be a catastrophic moment for that young man trying to.
Swing and a miss. Last night.
This was last night. You know, there's the. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, finally. It took longer than that, too.
They jumped ahead on the clip. The 1-1. I think the difference was our fine gentleman who helps protect us. His proposal today was short and sweet. Military standards, get to the point. Will you or won't you? Yes, I will. I think it was that simple for the young man. Hit hard. Nothing too poetic about that. Just a line drive, a base hit off the bat of Chris Young. 2-3.
And I think it's time for the Diamondbacks to start adding on. They got the right hitters. And they got the right situation there. They got speed now on the base pass. Chris Young just rips that one right back up the box. But now you've got Upton, Goldschmidt, Kubel, Hill. It's time to add on.
In his career, the left-hander Blackley in the big leagues, the third time he faces an opposing batting order, they hit .429 against him.
Oh, boy.
0-1 the count.
Well, history says, folks, that Travis Blackley, a.k.a. the Tap Man, Now he's about to get pounded. Bob Melvin probably already on the top step, ready to come remove his left-hander for the ball game.
0-1 the count.
I mean, it's coming, folks. And he didn't chase a high fastball.
I mean, it's 156, then it's 318, then it jumps up above 400.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, boy, there was a hanging something or other for Justin Upton, and he missed it. You know, that was something that Brad Steinke was talking about earlier. You only get so many good pitches to hit in a series. I mean, that was center cut, thigh high, right down Broadway. Justin's right there, but he missed it. Ouch.
So the count 1-2. Fastball drives it to right field. Going back is Reddick. Still gone. He's got it. Hit it hard, but the ballpark holds it. Justin is retired. He is 1 for 3 today.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Now he gets hit hard right there. Well, Justin hit it about 5 feet too short of being dangerous. So now it's up to Paul Goldschmidt to try to give that third time around pounding to Travis Blackley.
Goldschmidt a walk and a run scored. A single with a stolen base as well. Hitting streak at 17 games. I don't blame him. Young is not the base stealer this year that he's been in the past, but he can't give up a stolen base. Our Geico quote of the contest, Jason Kubel. They say hitting's contagious, and it's going so well right now. One and 0 the count. This, of course, backs up that cutting edge quote that we shared with you. Paul Goldschmidt, high fly ball right. The center fielder, Calgill, all the way over, fires it in. Young moves up. So now a single makes all the difference in the world for the man who has been an RBI machine in Jason Kubel. He has got 35 of them this year.
A couple of deep fly balls, one off the bat of Justin Upton, fell short. That time Goldschmidt falls short, but aggressive base running right there by Chris Young now puts Jason Kubel in an RBI situation. Diamondbacks, they need to add on. Absolutely nothing since the first inning.
One and 0 the count. One and 0 the count. Breaking ball misses low. 2 and 0 the count.
Scribner warming in the bullpen, the right-hander. Looks like he's ready. Blackley has given his club plenty. Bob Melvin not knowing what he was going to get out of his left-hander. Line drive, center field, base hit. They're going to send him on down. Calgill's throw to the plate is off the mark. The Diamondbacks add on. They lead it 4-2. I guess you need to call a doctor if hitting is contagious because it's spreading throughout the locker room.
Well, right now, Jason Kubel, he can talk about his 36th RBI, but it does not happen without Chris Young tagging up from first base and getting to second on a long fly ball. And then the speed of, not Upton, that's Chris Young. With the speed, getting around and scoring a big add-on run at Jason Kubel. That boy can just hit.
4-2 is the score. The RBI machine shared his profound words with us and then drives in a run. With 2 outs. Our APS Energy All-Star, the Diamondbacks, because of the 21 runs they have scored, 16 have come with a pair of outs.
No, they're just back-breaking, just heart-stopping runs to give up. Boy, you're just one pitch away from putting a 0 on the board, and then somebody like Jason Kubel or Paul Goldschmidt or Justin Upton, this entire series has just ruined the party with a big, big hit. And now because of that, Bob Melvin has to go to his bullpen. And now they're going to face another red-hot hitter, and that's Aaron Hill.
Evan Scribner is the relief pitcher. ERA over 7, on for the 11th time this year. Pitched to a 3 earned run average in AAA this season as the breaking ball misses away. 2 runs, 6 hits, and an error for the A's. 4 runs, 6 hits, and an error for the Diamondbacks. Arizona looking to make it a 5-1 homestand and take their journey back to 500. Inside, 2-0 the count. Got word, Gracie, that our good friends Joe McGrain and Dan Plesac are checking out your work.
Oh, right on.
Back there in New Jersey.
Right on. Oh, Dan Plesac, one of my favorite teammates of all time. Joe McGrain used to get me out a lot.
The 2-0. Pop foul coming back.
I got this one, Darren. Oh, man.
Where'd it go?
It's right back here.
Better.
My partner dropped it, everybody. Who wants it?
Boy, what do you think
Who
with
wants
my
this?
eyesight? If somebody's telling you I have a Cubs jersey on, give it to me. And Gracie threw it away from the Cubs fan.
That was by design.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fly ball center field. That one is put away.
Hi, guys, back in New York. Darren's got bad hands and bad eyesight.
Trucks.tv pool, Ramtrucks.tv pool. A great place to enjoy a ball game. Guts Glory, Ram Trucks. What's going on up here? The hottest booth, Gracie. They like you.
They like you.
I don't know about
they're
that.
only human.
Arizona
You know
has
what?
the hottest booth.
You know what? They're kind of hot themselves. All right. Thank you. They're probably understanding that you turned the thermostat up in here is what happened.
Well, here's the key, though. They didn't say which booth.
That's a good point. The Governor and Candyman are down there, along with Leo.
So
back to work, Saunders.
Let's not start feeling too good about ourselves, you know.
Of course, our Spanish booth and Miguel Quintana and Oscar Soria.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
I mean, they are idols down in Mexico.
I tell you,
they were on the cover of Mexico's version of Tiger Beat.
Were they really? That's strike three.
There you go. There's Oscar Soria.
One of the great game callers in the entire nation.
And that is not a stretch. He is amazing.
Right, the other part we were kind of exaggerating, but that part we're not. I mean, he is revered as a legendary voice of baseball and of sports. What a gentleman he is as well. What a gentleman. Which is different than this booth. He's a gentleman. Fly ball to center field.
Well, how about a couple of really quick outs from Joe Saunders here after you scored the run in the bottom half of the fifth?
Catcher Josh Donaldson.
Donaldson now. Line two, short, singled in the fourth inning. Final note, by the way, and our folks watching back in New Jersey at the MLB Network, I'm told a man who, like a father to you, Matt Vasgersian, you think a lot of Matt, is watching as well.
I do think a lot of Matt, and when I'm more a father figure to him, evidently.
Oh, I remember that. And that's funny. I mean, he's older than you dramatically, but that's fair enough. You've been a good leader to him. The 2-0. 2-1 the count. We call Matt the world's host.
Or the world's guest. One of the two.
That's Mr. Lasorda. We know he's healing. He's actually the world's guest. Bouncing ball. Joe get out of the way. It's into center field. Donaldson For a guy who wasn't hitting the lick, he's been hitting.
A couple of hits this afternoon. 144 coming into the contest, but a base hit his last at bat, and this time he knocks Joe Saunders right off his feet. And the tying run will be represented now by Adam Rosales. He's tapped short and he's walked. But he's wearing number 17, and that makes you automatically dangerous. 2-0.
Henry not liking that.
Yeah, Henry's not liking what he's seeing from Joe Saunders here on these first two pitches. Flying open a little bit, not finishing your pitch. And I would imagine with the off day tomorrow, Darren, I would imagine just about everybody available.
Yes.
In the bullpen.
Gibson said as much before the game.
Not surprisingly, Brad Ziegler gets up. He gets up every day, folks.
High fly center.
Go ahead and sit back down, Mr. Ziegler. Nice conversation from Henry Blanco is all it took.
Good call. You're right.
Good listener there, Joe Saunders.
Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Nissan. Get to Nissan now for our great offers across our full lineup. Visit ChooseNissan.com or visit your local dealer now. McDonald's. I'm loving it. Back at the ball yard, the Diamondbacks clinging to a 4-2 lead, looking to clean up and make it a 5-1 homestand. And open to close things off with a sweep of the Oakland Athletics. Meantime, the team they're facing next, the Texas Rangers, they're waiting. The folks are looking to see Trevor Bauer up here at some point in the big leagues. Now, he's not being held anywhere, but a great sign. Anyway, the Rangers are up next, and they're waking up a little bit today offensively. They're beating up on the Giants 5-0 in the 8th inning. At what point are you truly concerned about Tim Lincecum? 5 2/3, 5 more runs. His ERA on the season is now 6.
Hadn't won a game in over 6 weeks, and his team has not won a game that he's pitched in those 6 weeks. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been a dramatic struggle for Lincecum. Of his, and this is before today as Shaw warms in the pen, of his 12 starts, his team has won twice. Of his 12, his team has won twice before today. And that was, Gracie, on April 23rd and April 28th. That's it.
There you go. Oh, my goodness, what a good curveball. 1 and 2.
Another one, and hanging on to it behind the plate is Donaldson.
Darren, getting back to that Texas Rangers San Francisco Giants game, 5-0 bottom of the 8th inning. Not surprisingly, Josh Hamilton has driven in 2 runs. Guess how many RBIs Josh Hamilton has, just without looking. Just guess.
45.
61 RBIs. He has now got 61 RBIs here in early June.
It's been a few years since I've been lucky enough to see. I'm excited to see him play in person.
I'm very
sure
excited to see him
as well.
I'm going to tell Ian Kennedy and Wade Miley, just go ahead and walk him.
The 0-1. Oh boy, Scribner drops another good-looking curveball in there. He faced John McDonald a moment ago, Connecticut born and raised, as is Evan Scribner. Oh my.
That one just missed.
The epitome of a waste pitch. 61 RBIs.
What do you think about walking him?
Every time?
Well, sure.
No.
Not all in. You don't want to give him the Barry Bonds treatment.
Josh Bell is on deck. That will be the end of the afternoon for Joe Saunders. No.
6 innings, 2 runs for Joe Saunders as that one's skied foul.
Only one of them earned, I believe, too.
I believe you're right. So once again, another solid effort out of the left-hander. Getting some well-deserved high fives. Trevor Cahill, he was brilliant here last night. I'm sure Daniel Hudson to his left. Really looking forward to his next start.
Coming off the shortest outing of his major league career. Good fastball after all those curveballs. And Saunders, he is now pinch hit for by Josh Bell. Joe's ERA in the season, 3.48. Bell 6 of 32 as a Diamondback. 1 double, 1 homer. He's walked 4 times. Switch hitter. Curveball 0-1 the count.
He got a good fastball to hit there.
One of Bell's crowning moments in his brief ups and downs in the major leagues. A couple of years back in Baltimore against the Rangers. We were talking about the Rangers. Hit 2 home runs in a ball game against Cliff Lee.
And there's another guy. When you start being concerned about Cliff Lee, who has 0 wins on the year.
Good question.
Gave up 4 runs in 6 innings this afternoon and a no decision. Philadelphia lost that ball game 5-4 to the Baltimore Orioles. How about the Orioles? They're a good story.
Bell into left field. Tried to stay back on that curveball. Scribner's got a heck of a breaking ball, and it's on display this afternoon. earlier in the contest. It is Miller time. Joe Saunders, fabulous this afternoon as Saunders gave up just 1 run. Did you like what you saw today in Joe?
It's tough not to. What he did was got out of a nasty jam in the first inning. It was 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Oakland did not score. Diamondbacks came out and put 3 on the board in the bottom of the 1st. And I truly think that it was because of Joe Saunders' momentum that he created, led the Diamondbacks to that 3-run inning. Since then, he's held Oakland at bay. Only 2 runs through 6, and the Diamondbacks have 2-run leads are never comfortable.
No.
But he's turned it over to one Brian Shaw, and it's his turn to take the ball here in the 7th inning.
27th time this year. Nice number against first batters. Cleans things up early on in the inning.
Coco Crisp.
Coco, 173 on the year, 22 hits and 127 at bats as he takes a cut fastball called in. Since May 20th, the Diamondback starters have been the area of dependability, allowing the offense, as Gracie tells us, to relax a bit. Before Saunders' outing today, which will lower this number, since May 20th, you're going back 3 weeks. Arizona, that is the starting rotation. 3-1-5, Milwaukee, no one. No homers allowed. As that one is popped up. Long run, Kubel still coming. A little basket catch, Jason Kubel, if you will. And honestly, this is how you get on a roll. That's Kirk Gibson's word, a roll. You pitch.
And we've seen it. We've seen it from the starters. You're trying to get these relievers now on a bit of a roll. We've seen a couple of relievers get hot. But right now, this starting rotation, it just takes a lot of pressure off of offensive players when they realize that, man, if we can go out there and score 3 or 4, we got a good chance to win this ball game. And so far, that's been the case, at least the last week or so. How about the job that young man's done this year?
7 wins. Ties him with Yu Darvish. Most wins by a rookie.
He's got a little work to do on beard growing.
I think that may just be the point. In on the knuckles, and Weeks, because that pitch was up enough anyway, able to muscle it into shallow center field. The Angels, the Diamondbacks will see Anaheim, the second stop on this trip. They're in a wild one in Denver. I think somebody walking by the humidor might have accidentally unplugged it.
Really?
Because baseballs are flying everywhere, like when you used to go visit as a player.
Well, back in that day, huh?
And I know there's not much pitching for the Rockies this year.
The Blake Street Bombers.
I mean, it's dramatic compared to every other ballpark now.
Good fastball for strike one. Boy, you went in there for 3 games, and boy, starters and relievers would get a heaping help in a Colorado Rockies named Ellis Burks, Larry Walker, Andres Galarraga, Dante Bichette, Vinny Castilla. Eric Young was their leadoff hitter. I mean, go get them. Good luck.
Well, those days are returning because somebody plugged their hairdryer in the room next to the humidor.
So the balls aren't in the humidor anymore, huh?
Oh, no, they're in there. It's just they blew a fuse. The 0-1 pitch is low. In that ball game, by the way, Albert Pujols is 2 for 5. He's continuing to hit and hit better. Mike Trout
might be the best player in baseball this year.
He's got 2 more hits. He's hitting .350.
Runs like a gazelle. Got pop in his bat.
To the right side, looking to shoot the hole on a hit and run, but instead, not in time.
Only the speed of Colin Cowgill thwarted what would have been one of the more spectacular double plays you'd ever see by a couple of guys that have turned their fair share over the years in Toronto and now here. First, the ball is smoked. Perfect feed, then John McDonald getting rid of it. And Cowgill, with great speed, was able to beat it. If that's Grace running, into the inning. But a great play there by Aaron Hill, and then a perfect feed to McDonald to get the go-ahead runner. Boy, what a play.
That pitch sails up and away. Aaron Hill has had a heck of a series.
Heck of a homestand. Been a heck of a pickup since they got him last season. And we all enjoyed the time we got to spend with Kelly Johnson. And he's doing very well in Toronto. But Aaron Hill has done an awfully good job since he came out to the desert.
One and 0 the count on Reddick. By the way, that what may be deemed controversial scoring decision, giving Henry Blanco an error back in the 4th inning. That snapped the Diamondbacks continuous consecutive innings. They had gone 114 innings without an error until that. And with that one being called an error, Ray Fosse sitting next door, longtime catcher.
Which was the wrong call.
Didn't like the call. Ray Fosse, longtime catcher, but that snaps it at 114 innings consecutive without an error. Just thinking about that, watching Hill play defense.
All of a sudden, Shaw missing with 3 wide ones. Not sure if he's pitching around Josh Reddick or not, but he's missed badly with all 3.
Gomes would love his opportunity. That pitch is high. And that is ball 4. And Johnny Gomes had headed to hard plate, and he got called back. Seth Smith, they say. Gomes was hoping he wouldn't get that call from Bob Melvin. He wanted to hit.
No, Gomes has got power. Seth Smith also has power. He had a home run in game 1 here a couple of nights ago. And let's see if Kirk Gibson wants a left-hander. I don't think so. I don't think Breslow's been up long enough. I don't think he's loose yet. This is going to be... Well, now let's see. Maybe they're going to try to get a few more warm-up tosses because there's going to be a meeting on the mound. C.B. Buckner's having none of it. He's going to break it up quickly. He's like, all right, let's go. So that bought about 3 or 4 more tosses for Craig Breslow. But I think Brian Shaw is going to have to face him.
Henry Blanco with a set of signs. That'll buy more time. If, in fact, Gibson wants to do anything. No, Shaw's going to face Seth Smith.
He's got big power, and he represents the go-ahead run.
Right there.
Fastball.
Left-handers hitting .267 against Shaw this year. Slugging .422. Righties hitting .212 against him. Curveball. 0-2.
Brian Shaw brought out a beauty of a breaking ball there to jump ahead 0-2. Looking for that cutter. No. He got a hook, and it was a dandy.
Starts with a changeup. What does he go with? He goes with that cut fastball.
Good pitch. He elevated and give Smith credit. He was able to fist it off foul and save the at bat.
Well, those are proud numbers for his resume.
It's hard to do. Pinch hitting is just hard to do. I was terrible at it, Darren. That's 5 more pinch homers than I ever hit.
47 career pinch hits. 47. 5 of his 47 hits homers. Breaking ball spoiled a good one.
It was down in the zone. You're right. A good cutter was spoiled. Now a good breaking ball was spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look what I got, Pops. Ha ha. Hey, Big Red gave him a high five.
Tying runs on the 0-2. Line drive, right center field. It's down for a base hit. Cowgill flies on around. Shaw unable to seal the deal. It's a 1-run game here in the top of the 7th inning. Another successful pinch hit effort from Seth Smith.
Well, that was a pretty impressive at bat. He got cutters, he got curveballs, and he got one he can handle. It's down in the zone. He just goes down and just rips it into center field. So Brian Shaw comes on. Couple of base hits and a walk now. And it's a 1-run game. 90 feet away is the tying run.
1-0 the count with that runner at third was Shaw with the electric stuff. The veteran Henry Blanco knows I got to catch and block everything. Breaking ball.
Boy, he got away with a hanging breaking ball there. I guess they're not mistakes when they don't get hit, but boy, you don't want to make a living up there if you can help it. You don't want those balls to be received up there around the belt. Fortunately for Shaw, that was one of those situations where you don't get many really good pitches to hit during a game. That was one of them, and Inge didn't do anything with it. Gas right by him. That was a more Brian Shaw-like cut fastball.
Outside, that one darts out of the zone. 2-2 the count. Ziegler, the side-wheeling righty. Breslow, the lefty. Both former A's.
And they both pitch every day.
No, they really do.
Not every day, folks, but a lot. Pitch of the afternoon coming here.
It's on the ground. Hill is there to smother it. The A's get a run. We've got a good one today. Shaw touched up, 4-3. Good stuff. Our Infinity game summary. 4-3, the Diamondbacks clinging to a close lead. We saw some youngsters in our video today and some good welcome back pictures we showed you a moment ago. Desert Little League, Litchfield Park Little League, Buckeye Little League, a bunch of Little Leaguers here today. Ball players from Fountain Hills Little League, Kingman North and South, Payson Little League, and of course Arizona Girls Softball. A lot of youngsters here today, and glad to have them here at the ballpark. Black eye from a foul ball. Meet Paul Goldschmidt. How about just catch the foul ball?
Yeah, that's not on my bucket list. Oh, Darren, this is my guy here. Sean Doolittle, the former doctor, has come on. Don't let that 9 ERA fool you, folks. This is a guy that has got a special future as a left-handed pitcher in this game. Am I incorrect?
No, you are correct. He's a converted position player. Actually showed some spark as a position player, but they liked his arm too much. And literally, this young man, as Seth Smith is in left, Coco Crisp is out there as well. This young man, Gracie, and folks at home, after the conversion from position player to pitcher, appeared in 17 games, period, in the minors, ever, all time, before coming here to the big leagues. That's it.
You want to see some stuff, folks? Just keep your eyes open right here. That's 91, and he's just getting warmed up.
There's your closer, one of three. They're doing closer by committee out there. As that one is high. Doolittle not on that list, though. He's angling to get there soon. Again, 17 games. Played a bunch of games in the minor leagues as a first baseman or an outfielder. Hundreds. Ryan Roberts beaten with the fastball, 92 miles an hour. It's a long run. And Reddick is there. Doolittle trying to join that group right now. It's Balfour, Ryan Cook, and Brian Fuentes, the three closers for the Oakland A's. For my money, when a manager says that, he's saying, I'm giving an opportunity to, let's say, Ryan Cook to take that job and hold it, the younger.
Playing around with a changeup right now is Doolittle. Got one of the better fastballs you'll see.
Especially from a left arm.
He was rushing it up there around 96, 97 the other night.
Fastball called inside. Doolittle played at Virginia. Grew up in New Jersey. Played at Virginia. Now, he pitched in college. So it's not as if he's never done it before. Pitched in college and hit. As that one is low. Pitched in one game here in rookie ball last year. That was it.
Dear.
3-2 the count. So they made the decision last season, Gracie. One game he pitched in.
Yeah. And that was enough. All right. Let's go.
And a handful in the minor leagues this year.
Any questions, folks? Two fastballs right down the middle on 3-1, 3-2, and just threw it right by Chris Young, who is a very good fastball hitter.
David Hernandez warming in the bullpen. For Doolittle, the discussion began in 2010 when he tore his knee up pretty badly. Tore his left patella tendon, missed almost all of 2010, nearly all of 2011. Now, you need your legs and your knee to pitch. But while they were healing that knee, he decided, you know what? we like more of what we could get out of you. Let's try you as a pitcher.
I think it was a pretty good decision.
He hit 272.
He hit 21 home runs in a minor league season as a first baseman.
They just felt like the torn up knee and his ability to maybe use that arm. There's a changeup and a strike.
Shoot, make him trade him to the National League, let him pitch and hit as well. Or maybe on the days he doesn't pitch, maybe he could DH. Gas.
Good crowd coming alive today. Trying to get something going. Need another run or two so they can sit back in their chairs.
Yeah, that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Oh, my goodness.
That'll do it for Doolittle. Day Preston and Jackson will show it to you. The Cubs are coming to town June 22nd. You want to make sure you have your tickets for Saturday, June 23rd. The first 20,000 fans to the Cubs Diamondbacks games are going to get that right there. Well done, boys, by the way. The Ian Kennedy bobblehead.
Show him that he actually has a face.
Courtesy of Arizona Sports 620. Call now to get your tickets, 602-514-8400, or visit dbacks.com/tickets.
It's always fun to have your sons come to the game with you, isn't it?
I like having them.
All right, nice job, guys. Beat it.
No, they can stay. Yep, they can stay.
Okay, you can stay.
David Hernandez goes to work. The right-hander worked yesterday, showed a heck of a breaking ball, and a sink on the fastball. 0-1 the count. Cliff Pennington. One and one the count.
Now you start counting the outs now. David Hernandez, his job is to get 3 of them. He got 6 left. Good breaking ball, strike 2.
If you're just joining us, the Diamondbacks plated 3 runs. JJ will get the final 3 outs. They plated 3 runs in the first inning. A huge error that was committed by this man hitting extended the inning. Arizona cashed in. That pitch is low. Then one more run added on Jason Kubel's RBI in the 5th. By the way, in the first, Kubel with an RBI, Hill with a pair of RBIs. Kubel's driven in a pair this afternoon, 2 of the 4. And there's the other 2 runs batted in. Breaking ball to Dandy, and down he goes. Chaz Roberts air conditioning, cool play of the game in the 3rd. Joe Saunders He's used to getting ground ball double plays, but not this time. A rocket shot, he turned it over as a double play. Those you love. You want to make sure you make the play. It's a little scary, but you love them. Breaking ball on the corner. 0-1 the count. Donaldson came in hitting 144, but he's 2 for 3 tonight. Or this afternoon. Oh, and 2 the count. Breaking ball. Nice job by Blanco keeping it with him. That had more of a side-to-side break to it than that true curveball. That was nasty.
And when you throw as hard as Hernandez and then you start that thing on the outside corner, you're going to get some swings like that. And it's frustrating as a hitter when you have to face guys with stuff like David Hernandez. We just saw Sean Doolittle and what he just did to Diamondback hitters. Oh, my goodness. That was a knee buckler. Oh, David Hernandez sharp. I mean, really sharp.
The 0-1. Another bender. No balls and 2 strikes. It stays back so nicely, keeps his weight. Like a hitter, if you jump out, you can't throw that ball like that. Stayed so tall, stayed behind it. Fabulous stuff. Got him. 3 in a row. That's all she wrote there.
That was 3 of the easiest outs you'll ever see. David Hernandez, very impressive.
Back of the ball yard, Guts, Glory, Ram, Trucks, tools of the trade. Look, we could talk about Jason Kubel today and his 2 RBIs, but bigger picture, he's been a big part of this resurgence offensively. He is Mr. RBI for the Diamondbacks. It's not just today, it's been the last couple of weeks.
That's exactly right. He's been all season long the most consistent hitter on the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's hitting over 300. He's leading the team in RBIs. And the Diamondbacks are going to get another inning of Sean Doolittle.
Yeah, that's not very much fun.
I was going to say, I can think of things I'd rather be doing than facing this guy. But Paul Goldschmidt To this point, doesn't really care who's out there. He's just hammering anybody.
Don't miss the biggest event of the summer as baseball's greatest stars battle for home field advantage in the Fall Classic. The road to the World Series begins with the All-Star Game from Kansas City, July 10th, 4:30 Pacific, right here on Fox. Strike three. And that is that.
He's pretty impressive, isn't he, this Doolittle?
Mm-hmm.
Left fielder, Jason Kubel.
That he is. Here is Kubel. You know, thinking about David Hernandez, by the way, and his successes this year. David last year, with regard to his breaking ball, used to throw it about 23% of the time. He's added about 6 or 7% to that, but they're all good. It's all good.
Oh, goodness, what a fastball.
You know, David, it felt like early in the season might have been forcing the issue with that breaking ball, and now you're glad he was stubborn enough to stick with it.
Well, when it's right, it's real good. I mean, it's real good. It's gotten him in a little bit of trouble.
I think it's worth committing to, don't you, though? Like he has.
I love his fastball. But, yeah, you have to have a second pitch. You have to. And at the end of the day, if you lose a couple of battles and win that war, then you're ahead of the game. J.J. Putz would probably love to see the Diamondbacks find a way to get another run.
Jason Kubel thinking, you mean this guy used to be a hitter like me? Like last year? He's not a hitter anymore.
Oh, my goodness.
Now Aaron Hill. I mean, you might have bumped into him last year because he was rehabbing all year over at the A's minor league complex. It's over there off McDowell, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And he pitched in one game over in that complex last year. Just last year. First ever game as a pro. Hill sends that one as a souvenir.
They said that's enough. We're going to have you pitch somewhere.
Yeah, they saw enough. You're right. And it was only another 2 weeks worth of games this year. That was it. It's not as if he did it for 3 seasons.
Okay, it's time for you to go pick on the big leaguers.
Right to the big leagues.
And oh boy, is he ever picking on these big leaguers.
Did he just get picked on? Down the line it goes into the corner. That one is foul. Foul ball. And you know what? Doolittle nearly got beat with his number 2 pitch.
Yeah, Gibby. No, Gibby's out. We may. Matt Williams, who rarely says anything, thought Tim McClellan may have missed this. These guys may have to get together and decide. It's very difficult. There's not a whole lot of background here at Chase Field behind these foul poles, so these umpires just have to kind of trust their own judgment. I think he got the call right.
I do too.
I think he got the call right because nobody in the Diamondback dugout is saying, hey, fair ball, fair ball. They're going to look, but I think he got the call right. And I think this is good that they're going to look just to double check.
Ladies and gentlemen, the umpire crew will be using instant replay to review the last play.
This should be a good look at it here. Let's see if it disappears behind the pole. It does not. Now, did it scrape the pole?
Wait.
Is the question.
I think we would have heard it. I'd love to see it in a bit, and we'll listen. But, Gracie, we always hear that pole. I just think it missed it by about an inch.
That's foul ball.
Missed the foul pole by about an inch.
They got it right. They got it right. You see just how difficult a call that is for an umpire. But Tim McClellan got it right, to his credit. And I would imagine they'll come out here shortly and put Aaron Hill right back in the batter's box with a 0-2 count. Doolittle almost got burned on his third best pitch, and that's his changeup.
And don't you know he's telling himself that. They let him know it's a foul ball as they come back out. McClellan will head back to his position. They went and took another look at it. Tim is the crew chief. Well, that's fine that the crowd could be upset. Certainly they're sitting in their seats, but it's actually a pretty good system.
I agree.
It's scientific. That eliminates the boos, actually. All right, 0-2 the count. I wonder if he'll throw him a fastball here.
You betcha.
I bet you he's going to keep throwing him fastball after fastball. Aaron has been great this week, has hit the baseball hard, has had a huge homestand statistically, but it could even be better. He's not getting greedy, though. The baseball gods have evened things out for him and will continue to do so, but he's just, most importantly, been locked in. He almost hit another homer there on a bad changeup. 2-2. Yeah, still is just throwing in fastballs.
I don't think Aaron Hill is going to see another changeup. I'll work on that pitch some other time, I would imagine Sean Doolittle's saying.
Hill 1 for 2 today. He's got 10 hits and 32 at-bats on the homestand. It's just been a good, really good couple of weeks for he and several of his mates. Fastball again. 3-2 the count.
5 in a row since the just foul home run. And I'm sure it's going to be another one coming here. Let's see if Aaron Hill's going to be ready for it. Yep, give me a fastball.
Got him with the fastball. No way, Jose, is he going to give him another change.
6 batters, 5 strikeouts for Sean Doolittle.
J.J. Putz looking to make it a huge homestand right after this break. Talk about J.J. Putz and hoping to climb to the top of Mount 500. The Diamondbacks focus on the next 3 outs. Their fans can look ahead to a challenging road trip against some special baseball teams, the tops of the National League or American League West. We'll see Josh Hamilton, We'll see Mike Trout along with Albert Pujols. It ought to be a lot of fun. Come with us to Texas and Anaheim Tuesday through Sunday. But now, the 35-year-old right-hander going to work, the Michigander out of the University of Michigan. 12 of 15 this year, an ERA of 5.68. And JJ with 22 strikeouts in 19 innings. For Putz, we'll know early on if it is the A stuff for him when you take a look at his first split-fingered fastball. Good tilt, good dive, that's a good thing. A defensive upgrade in the outfield. Gerardo Parra takes over. He is in left field. That is a straight switch, by the way, with regard to the lineup. That's strike one. 178. Check that 172 on the year for Crisp. There's a split. That's just fine. Down, diving.
That's where you want it.
I was telling the folks, Gracie, that's kind of, you look at that first split to know what kind of day it's going to be for JJ. That first one, it's got to be down.
He's facing three guys that a lot of closers hate facing, these little fast slap guys.
Right back at Putz. He knocks it down. Let's hope he's all right. He makes the play for the out. That's twice today we've seen a major league pitcher take one right in the midsection or on the backside. Blackley earlier. They'll come out right away to take a look at him.
Well, you're hoping it didn't get him in the arm or the hand or anything like that. Let's see where it got him. Yeah, it looked like he got him in the thigh.
Kind of like Blackley.
And he's got some thighs that are really big. In the calf maybe. Is that maybe the calf area?
Couldn't tell. That got clouded up there. He's gonna worry about it later.
Yep. That ball was smoked. But it's one important out. Anytime you can keep a leadoff hitter with speed off the base paths, that's a positive. And anytime you can get the first out of inning number 9 with a 1-run lead, it's even more important.
One and 0 the count to Weeks. JJ said something a moment ago to Goldschmidt. Probably talking about ground balls to Paul and also a bunt going that way. Who goes where? 1-1.
Fast strike right there.
Brandon Moss, dangerous hitter, a longtime minor leaguer, dangerous in the minor leagues. Will hurt a mistake, but really that's about all. He waits on deck. Split-fingered fastball. It's a ground ball. Goes up and over the mound. What a play by McDonald. You can't get rid of it any quicker. 2 outs.
How slick is John McDonald? I don't know if that ball was ever in his glove. Just an easy little weak ground ball. The big hop. Golly. He's fun to watch play shortstop. And then a perfect strike over to Paul Goldschmidt. And 2 quick outs, 1 step away from the peak of Mount 500.
Do a cut fastball there. It runs in. 1-0 the count to Brandon Moss. Great fans, great signs, great kids here today. A fabulous 6 games here at the ballpark. We've loved every moment with you at Chase. Which is high.
2-0.
2-0.
You've got Josh Reddick on deck. He has big power. He has 14 home runs. Moss, on the other hand, has 1 home run. He's hitting 167. If this guy hits it in the seats, okay, so be it. But you don't want to mess with the guy on deck. And he challenged him right down the middle.
2-1 the count. On June 1st, the Diamondbacks were 6 games below 500. Reaching must-win stage of their season. 2-2.
Challenged him down the middle again. Both of them were tardy swings, and all he could do was shank them foul. Well, do you go with the split finger here, Darren? Do you stay with the heat?
No. You bet your boots I want that split finger fastball.
You want the possibility of going 3-2, huh?
And then you throw it again, 3-2. Let's see. He had a good one out of the gates. We knew it would be an indicator. Will he throw it here? 2-2.
I'm thinking fastball. Let's see what he goes with.
He deals it. Split-fingered fastball on the ground. Aaron Hill is there. What a homestand for the Diamondbacks. They're a 500 club. There is a mountain still to climb for the rest of the year, but now they can see things a lot more clearly. 30-30 on the season. He did go with the split. He didn't bounce it, but it was good enough to induce that ground ball. Here it is, split-fingered fastball pulled on the ground, and for Arizona, a true team effort. They come home knowing they had to play well. They had no choice, and you know what? They did. They played great baseball, a 5-1 homestand. Looking forward to going to Texas. Looking forward to going to Anaheim. We'll take you with us, but for now, right after this commercial.